What if the one thing you're doing every single day to protect your health is actually the very thing pushing you towards the one disease you fear most? I'm talking about a condition that, according to the CDC and AARP, now affects nearly half of all Americans over the age of 65. That's more than 26 million seniors. And the most terrifying part? A staggering 9 out of 10 of them have no idea they even have it. It's a silent epidemic of prediabetes, a metabolic tipping point. And the hidden culprits pushing millions of us closer to that edge are not the obvious villains like candy bars or soda. They are the so-called healthy snacks, the ones you've been told to eat, the ones you trust. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to expose these metabolic traitors hiding in plain sight in your pantry. There's a dangerous assumption many of us make. We believe that the health advice that worked for us at 30, 40, or even 50 still applies at 60, 70, or 80. But the biological rules of the game have changed. After the age of 60, your body enters a new physiological reality. Research published in journals like Diabetes Care has shown for decades that our glucose tolerance, our body's ability to handle sugar, progressively declines as we age. This isn't a failure. It's a natural shift. It's driven by a perfect storm of factors. First, our cells can become more resistant to insulin, the hormone that acts like a key, unlocking our cells to let sugar in for energy. It's as if the locks on our cells get rusty and the key doesn't work as well. This is called insulin resistance. Second, our metabolism naturally slows down, meaning we burn fewer calories at rest. And third, our bodies tend to exist in a state of low-grade chronic inflammation, a phenomenon scientists now call inflammaging. This constant simmering inflammation further disrupts how our body communicates and manages energy. When you combine these three factors, insulin resistance, a slower metabolism, and chronic inflammation, you create an environment where even seemingly innocent snacks can cause a metabolic crisis, spiking your blood sugar in ways they never would have before. And this isn't just about preventing a diabetes diagnosis. This is about protecting the very essence of who you are. This simple trick acts as a metabolic buffer. The protein and fat force your digestive system to slow down, which, in turn, slows the absorption of the sugar from the carbohydrate. It's a simple, powerful strategy to protect your body from a glucose spike and keep your energy levels stable all day long. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've seen how the so-called healthy snacks, the ones stripped of their natural fiber and loaded with hidden sugars like dried fruit, flavored yogurt, rice cakes, and commercial smoothies, are a metabolic trap for the aging body. But more importantly, we've seen the power of the alternatives. We've seen how whole foods that combine fiber, protein, and healthy fats like vegetables with hummus, avocados, plain yogurt with berries, and raw nuts, are not just snacks. They are tools. They are your allies in the fight for a long, healthy, and vibrant life. Aging well is not a matter of luck. It's not about genetics or extreme deprivation. It is about making a series of small, informed choices day after day. It's about understanding how your body works now, at this stage of your life, and giving it the fuel it needs to thrive. The choice is yours, and your journey to better metabolic health starts with one small step. Do one thing today. Remove one harmful item and replace it with one healing option. That's it. Start there. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these healthy snacks surprised you the most today? Was there one you were eating regularly without realizing the potential risk? Please share your experience in the comments below. Your story could be the wake-up call that someone else needs to see. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our future deep dives into senior health. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video. Uncontrolled blood sugar is a direct threat to your mind. A groundbreaking 2021 study from University College London, published in Diabetes, Obesity, and Metabolism, found that people with pre-diabetes were 42% more likely to experience cognitive decline over just 4 years. They were also significantly more likely to develop vascular dementia, a devastating condition caused by reduced blood flow to the brain. Research from Johns Hopkins University suggests that having diabetes in midlife can age your mind by an extra 5 years over a 20-year span. High blood sugar is a silent thief of memory, a direct threat to your sharpness, your clarity, and your independence. It's an invisible force that can steal your future. A quick note: this video is for educational purposes only, and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making changes to your health regimen. But here's the promise I want to make to you today. Knowledge is power, and you are about to become incredibly powerful. In this video, we will expose the 4 so-called healthy snacks that are a metabolic trap for anyone over 60. I will explain exactly why they are so dangerous for an aging body. More importantly, I will then give you 4 powerful, delicious, and research-backed swaps that do the exact opposite. They help stabilize your blood sugar, protect your brain, and fight back against that dangerous inflammation. And the #1 best snack I'll share at the very end isn't just good for blood sugar. Groundbreaking research from journals like Age and Aging suggests its specific nutrient profile can actively support cognitive health and may even be linked to a healthier gut microbiome, which scientists are now calling our second brain. You will not want to miss this. Before we dive into the danger list, what's the one healthy snack you rely on most often? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Your answer might just help someone else in this community realize they're not alone. Alright, let's get into the 4 healthy snacks that are secretly spiking your blood sugar, counting down from number 4 to the absolute worst offender at number 1. Coming in at number 4 is the natural sugar trap, dried fruit. It seems like the perfect healthy swap for candy, doesn't it? It comes from the earth. It's packed with vitamins and fiber. It's convenient, it's sweet, and it satisfies that craving. Many of us keep a bag of trail mix with raisins, dried cranberries, or apricots in the car or on the counter for a quick energy boost. The problem is, we've been misled by the word natural. The process of drying fruit is a process of intense concentration. When you remove the water, you are left with a small, dense package of highly concentrated sugar. A small handful of raisins, for example, can contain as much sugar as a much larger serving of fresh grapes. This dramatically increases the sugar density and the glycemic load of every single bite. The glycemic index, which measures how quickly a food raises your blood sugar, tells the story. Fresh grapes have a low glycemic index of around 43, but raisins, their glycemic index jumps to between 54 and 66, putting them in the medium to high category. For a senior whose body is already struggling to manage glucose, this is a significant metabolic challenge. But 2020 study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association looked at the cardiometabolic effects of dried fruit. While it didn't find major negative effects in the short term compared to other carbohydrate snacks, it did note a small but statistically significant increase in fasting glucose levels from the participants' baseline. For a healthy 30-year-old, this might be negligible, but for a 70-year-old on the edge of prediabetes, a food that consistently nudges fasting glucose even a little bit higher is a metabolic concern. It's like adding a tiny bit of air to a balloon that's already about to pop. Let's think about Linda, 71 from Arizona. Worried about her A1C, she diligently switched from her afternoon cookies to what she thought was a much healthier trail mix, loaded with raisins and dried cranberries. She couldn't understand why she felt so sluggish and tired around 3 p.m., or why, despite her healthy choices, her blood sugar numbers were still slowly creeping up at every doctor's visit. Winda was falling into the natural sugar trap, unknowingly sabotaging her efforts with every handful. The better swap is simple and delicious. A small bowl of fresh or frozen berries. Blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries are incredibly low in sugar, high in fiber, and packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation. The bottom line on dried fruit is this. While it does contain some fiber and nutrients, the extreme concentration of sugar makes it a high-risk food for seniors. It's far too easy to overeat, and it can send your blood sugar on a dangerous spike and crash roller coaster. Strongly consider treating it like candy, an occasional, very small treat, not a daily health food. The number 3 snack, secretly spiking your blood sugar, is the hidden sugar bomb, flavored yogurt. This one is particularly deceptive because yogurt has a powerful health halo. We associate it with strong bones, healthy digestion, and high-quality protein, and plain, unsweetened yogurt absolutely deserve that reputation. But the moment you venture into the world of fruit on the bottom, vanilla-flavored, or light and fit varieties, you are no longer eating a health food. You are, in most cases, eating a dessert. The food industry is masterful at hiding sugar. A typical serving of flavored yogurt can contain 15 grams or more of added sugar. To put that in perspective, a single cup of some popular low-fat flavored yogurts can contain over 45 grams of sugar. That is 11 teaspoons of sugar. The American Heart Association recommends that women consume no more than 6 teaspoons of added sugar per day, and men no more than 9. That means one healthy yogurt can blow your entire day's sugar budget, and then some. This excess sugar is a direct assault on your metabolic health, linked to an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. And manufacturers hide it using dozens of different names on the ingredients list. You might see cane sugar, fruit juice concentrate, agave nectar, or high fructose corn syrup. They all mean the same thing to your aging body. A rapid flood of sugar that your system is ill-equipped to handle. Think about George, 75, from Ohio. He starts every single morning with a vanilla-flavored Greek yogurt, believing he's doing the best thing for this protein intake and bone health. What he doesn't realize is that he's essentially starting his day with a sugar bomb, setting himself up for a blood sugar spike, an insulin surge, and a subsequent energy crash all before 9 a.m. He wonders why he feels so hungry and foggy by mid-morning, never suspecting his healthy breakfast is the cause. The better swap is wonderfully simple. Switch to plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Then you control the flavor. Add a small handful of those fresh berries we just talked about, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. You get all the protein, calcium, and probiotics without the metabolic damage. The bottom line is this. Flavored yogurt is one of the most successful marketing deceptions in the grocery store. It's a high-sugar dessert masquerading as a health food. Always choose plain and add your own whole food toppings. Now we're getting to the truly dangerous offenders. The number 2 healthy snack that's a metabolic disaster for seniors is the empty starch deception. Rice cakes. For decades, rice cakes have been the quintessential diet food. They are praised for being low in fat, low in calories, and light as air. They seem like the perfect, guilt-free vehicle for a smear of peanut butter or a slice of cheese. But this is a profound deception. From a metabolic standpoint, a plain rice cake is one of the worst things you can snack on. They're made from puffed rice, which is a highly refined, simple starch. They have an exceptionally high glycemic index. with some sources citing it as high as 82 or even 91. This means that the starch in a rice cake is converted into glucose and hits your bloodstream almost as fast as pure table sugar. The problem is what's missing. A rice cake has virtually no fiber, no protein, and no healthy fat. There is absolutely nothing to slow down this rapid flood of glucose. Dr. Stephen DeVries, a preventive cardiologist, pointed out to the American Medical Association that many patients don't realize that starchy foods can cause blood sugar to soar even higher than sweet ones. A plain bagel, for instance, can raise blood sugar more than a sugary donut because of its sheer mass of carbohydrates. A rice cake operates on the same principle. It's pure, fast-acting starch. Let's imagine Robert, 68, from Pennsylvania. He's trying to lose a few pounds, so he snacks on plain rice cakes throughout the afternoon. He feels virtuous, but an hour after eating one, he feels inexplicably tired, irritable, and ravenously hungry. He blames his lack of willpower and reaches for another rice cake, or something worse, to quell the hunger pangs. It's not a failure of willpower. It's a biological reaction. He's experiencing a classic blood sugar crash, triggered by the rapid spike from the rice cake. His body released a surge of insulin to deal with the glucose, which then drove his blood sugar too low, sending a powerful signal to his brain. Eat now. The better swap would be a few whole grain crackers, which have more fiber, paired with a slice of cheese or a tablespoon of hummus to add protein and fat. This combination slows down digestion and provides a steady stream of energy, not a spike and crash. The bottom line on rice cakes is this: they are metabolic kindling. They burn hot and fast, spike your blood sugar, offer almost zero nutritional value, and leave you hungrier than you were before. They are the definition of empty calories and should be strongly avoided by any senior concerned about their metabolic health. And now, for the number one worst healthy snack secretly spiking your blood sugar. This one is the most dangerous because it's the most pervasive and the most misunderstood. The number one offender is the liquid sugar overload. Store-bought smoothies and fruit juices. It sounds like the ultimate health hack, doesn't it? Blending up a bunch of fruits and vegetables seems like the easiest way to get your 5 a day. You see vibrant green and berry-colored drinks at every cafe and grocery store, marketed as pure liquid vitality. But for a senior's metabolism, this is a catastrophe. Let's start with fruit juice. When you put an apple through a juicer, you strip away and discard one of its most important components, the fiber. What you're left with is essentially sugar water. All the natural fructose from the apple is now free, with no fibrous cage to slow down its absorption. Drinking a glass of apple juice can spike your blood sugar as fast, or even faster, than drinking a can of soda. Now, what about smoothies? People think they're better because the fiber is still in the cup. While that's true, the high-speed blending process pulverizes the fruit's cellular structure. It does the work that your teeth and digestive system are supposed to do, breaking down those fibrous cell walls and releasing the sugars. This means the sugar is absorbed much more rapidly than if you were to eat the fruits whole. But the real danger lies in the commercially prepared smoothies. First, the portion sizes are often enormous, 20 or even 32 ounces. You would never sit down and eat 3 bananas, a cup of pineapple, a mango, and a cup of orange juice in one sitting, but you can easily drink it in 5 minutes. Second, to make them palatable and cheap, these smoothies are often loaded with sugary fillers, fruit juice blends, frozen yogurt, sherbet, or even pure sugar syrups. A 20-ounce healthy smoothie from a popular chain can pack over 47 grams of added sugar, which is a metabolic nightmare. And there's another hidden risk, especially for seniors. The FDA requires a warning label on unpasteurized juices due to the risk of harmful bacteria like E. coli. Older adults who may have weakened immune systems are at a much higher risk of serious illness from these untreated juices. Let's consider Mary, 78, from Florida. Every afternoon, she walks to her local juice bar and buys a large green machine smoothie. She thinks it's the healthiest choice she can make. She doesn't realize it contains more sugar than 2 candy bars and is contributing to the chronic inflammation that makes her arthritis flare up. The better swap is to eat the whole fruit. An orange is infinitely better than orange juice. If you love smoothies, make a small one at home where you are in complete control. Use a base of plain Greek yogurt or unsweetened almond milk. Add a handful of spinach, a small handful of low-sugar berries, and a tablespoon of chia seeds for extra fiber and healthy fats. The bottom line is this: liquid sugar, in any form, is the fastest way to overwhelm your aging metabolism and spike your blood sugar. Store-bought smoothies and fruit juices are often Trojan horses, delivering a massive sugar payload under the guise of health. Okay, let's pause for a moment. We've just gone through a list of some very popular foods, and it can feel overwhelming, maybe even a little discouraging. You might be thinking, everything I thought was good for me is actually bad? But please, don't feel that way. This is not about deprivation. It's about empowerment. We just cleared away the misinformation and the marketing hype that has been sabotaging your best efforts. We've exposed the hidden dangers. Now we're going to pivot. We're going to move from the problem to the solution. Because for every metabolic trap, there is a powerful healing alternative. The right foods are not just neutral. They are medicine. They can help your body resensitize to insulin, calm inflammation, and provide the steady, reliable energy you need to feel vibrant and sharp every single day. The journey to taking back control of your health starts right now. But first, let's bust a huge myth that causes so much confusion. It's the myth that natural sugar is always healthy. We hear this all the time. It's not processed sugar, it's from fruit. Or honey is natural, so it's better for you. While the intention is good, this thinking is metabolically dangerous, especially after 60. Your body, specifically your liver and your pancreas, doesn't make a huge distinction between the sugar molecule from honey and the sugar molecule from a white sugar cube once it's in your bloodstream. The critical difference is not the source of the sugar, but the package it arrives in. Think of it this way. Imagine the natural sugar in a whole apple is locked inside thousands of tiny fibrous cages. When you eat the apple, your digestive system has to work slowly and deliberately to break open each cage to release the sugar. This process takes time, resulting in a slow, gentle rise in blood sugar. But when you drink apple juice, or even eat a highly processed cereal bar sweetened with fruit juice concentrate, the cages have already been blown wide open. The sugar is free, it's unbound, and it floods your system all at once, forcing your pancreas to release a huge wave of insulin to deal with the emergency. This is what we mean by a blood sugar spike. So, the fiber, protein, and fat that accompany natural sugars in whole foods are not just bonus nutrients. They are the essential metabolic brakes that protect your body. This is why a whole apple is a health food, and apple juice is a metabolic risk. Understanding this one concept, the difference between caged sugar in whole foods and free sugar in processed ones, is one of the most important keys to managing your blood sugar for life. Now, let's build on that knowledge and reveal the 4 best snacks for seniors. These are foods that not only keep your blood sugar stable, but actively work to protect and restore your health. We'll count down from number 4 to the absolute best. Coming in at number 4 on our best list is the fiber-fueled shield, vegetable sticks with hummus. This snack is the definition of simple, satisfying, and smart. It's the perfect combination of crunch, creaminess, and powerful nutrition that works with your body, not against it. The magic here is in the synergy. First, you have the non-starchy vegetables. Things like carrots, cucumber slices, celery sticks, and bell pepper strips. These are incredibly low in carbohydrates, but packed with fiber and water. According to guidelines from the American Diabetes Association and the Mayo Clinic, these foods have a minimal impact on blood sugar and are rich in the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help fight the chronic inflammation associated with aging. Then you have the hummus. Traditional hummus is made from chickpeas, tahini, which is ground sesame seeds, olive oil, and lemon juice. This makes it a fantastic source of plant-based protein, more fiber, and healthy monounsaturated fats. This trifecta of protein, fiber, and fat is the key. It dramatically slows down digestion and the absorption of any carbohydrates, leading to a very gentle, stable blood sugar response. A 2020 study even found that consuming hummus as an afternoon snack helped reduce blood glucose levels and increased feelings of fullness or satiety. Let's think about David, 74, who used to reach for a bag of pretzels or crackers when he felt that afternoon slump coming on. He'd get a quick burst of energy, followed by that familiar crash. He made a simple swap, a small bowl of hummus with a side of pre-cut celery and carrot sticks. Not only did his afternoon energy levels completely stabilize, but he also noticed that the chronic stiffness in his knees felt noticeably better after a few weeks. He was fighting inflammation with every bite. The key to making this a habit is preparation. At the beginning of the week, take 15 minutes to wash and slice your favorite vegetables. Store them in a container of water in the fridge. They'll stay crisp and ready for you to grab anytime you feel peckish. This isn't just a snack. It's a shield for your cells and a stabilizer for your energy. Our number 3 best snack is the healthy fat stabilizer, half an avocado. If nature ever designed a perfect food for blood sugar control, it might just be the avocado. For years, fat was villainized, and many seniors are still hesitant to eat fat-rich foods. But we now know that the right kinds of fats are not just good for us, they are absolutely essential for stable energy, brain health, and metabolic function. An avocado is a powerhouse of monounsaturated fatty acids, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil. It's also exceptionally high in dietary fiber. A single half of an avocado can contain around 7 grams of fiber. This potent combination of healthy fat and fiber is what makes it a metabolic superstar. When you eat an avocado, these nutrients work together to slow down the emptying of your stomach and the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. This prevents the sharp spikes and crashes that you get from carbohydrate-heavy snacks. The scientific evidence is compelling. A 2023 study that specifically looked at Hispanic and Latino individuals with type 2 diabetes found that regular avocado consumption was associated with a lower HbA1c, which is a key marker of long-term blood sugar control, and lower fasting blood sugar levels. It's no wonder the American Diabetes Association lists avocados as one of their superstar foods. Think of Susan, 69, who always struggled with powerful cravings for something sweet around 3 p.m. It felt like a daily battle she was destined to lose. On her doctor's advice, she started adding half an avocado, sprinkled with a little sea salt and pepper, to her lunch. The change was remarkable. She found that she was completely full and satisfied all afternoon. The cravings vanished. The healthy fat and fiber were providing her body with the sustained energy it had been desperate for. Integrating this into your life is incredibly easy. The simplest way is the best. Just cut one in half, remove the pit, and eat it with a spoon. You can also mash it onto a slice of true whole grain toast or add it to a salad to make it more satiating. An avocado isn't just a food. It's a tool to turn off cravings and stabilize your energy for hours. The number 2 best snack for seniors is a true powerhouse that nourishes you from your muscles to your mind. It's the protein and antioxidant powerhouse, plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with a handful of berries. We already talked about the dangers of flavored yogurt, but its plain, unadulterated cousin is one of the best foods you can possibly eat. Let's break down why this combination is so powerful for the aging body. First, the Greek yogurt. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. This can lead to frailty, falls, and a loss of independence. One of the most effective ways to fight this is by consuming adequate protein. Greek yogurt is exceptionally rich in high-quality protein, which helps maintain and even rebuild precious muscle tissue. This protein also makes it incredibly filling. A study in the journal Applied Physiology, Nutrition and Metabolism found that Greek yogurt was significantly more effective at reducing appetite in both young and older adults compared to milk. It also contains probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support a healthy gut microbiome, which is crucial for everything from digestion to immune function. Then, you add the berries. As we've discussed, berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are nutritional superstars. They are low in sugar but high in fiber, and they are bursting with powerful antioxidants called anthocyanins. These compounds are what give berries their deep red, blue, and purple colors, and they are potent anti-inflammatory agents. But their benefits go even further, directly to your brain. A landmark study published in the Annals of Neurology, which followed over 16,000 older women for years, found that those who ate the most berries had significantly slower rates of cognitive decline. The researchers estimated that a higher intake of berries appeared to delay cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. More recent meta-analyses have confirmed these findings, showing that regular blueberry intake may improve both episodic memory and language memory in elderly individuals already experiencing mild cognitive impairment. Let's think of Helen, 76. After watching her husband struggle with cognitive decline, she became fiercely dedicated to protecting her own brain health. She made a simple change and started having a small bowl of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt topped with a handful of blueberries every single morning. She reports feeling sharper and having more sustained energy throughout the day. But more than that, she feels a sense of control and peace, knowing she is actively taking a research-backed step to nourish her brain. When you choose this snack, always opt for plain, full-fat yogurt. The fat is not to be feared. It helps with satiety and is necessary to absorb fat-soluble vitamins. This snack isn't just food. It's a daily investment in your physical strength and your mental clarity. And now, the number 1 best, most powerful snack for any senior looking to control their blood sugar, protect their heart, and future-proof their brain. This snack delivers on every promise we've made today. It is the brain-boosting, blood sugar-blunting snack. A handful of raw walnuts and almonds. This may seem simple, but do not underestimate the profound metabolic and neurological power packed into this small handful of food. It is the ultimate senior super snack. Let's look at the mechanism. Nuts are a perfect blend of healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, dietary fiber, and plant-based protein. This combination is the gold standard for blood sugar control. Acute feeding studies have shown that when nuts are eaten alongside a carbohydrate-rich meal, they significantly blunt the overall glycemic response, preventing that dangerous post-meal blood sugar spike. They're also a great source of magnesium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. The long-term evidence is overwhelming. Large population studies consistently show that people who regularly eat nuts have a lower risk of developing both cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. A massive 2021 meta-analysis confirmed that consuming just 1 ounce of nuts per day was associated with an incredible 22% reduction in all-cause mortality. That means a lower risk of dying from any cause. But here is where it gets truly exciting and delivers on the big promise from the beginning of this video. The benefits go far beyond blood sugar. Walnuts, in particular, are one of the richest plant sources of an omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Your brain is hungry for these healthy fats. And now, cutting-edge research is connecting nut consumption directly to cognitive longevity through a fascinating pathway, the gut-brain axis. A recent prospective study published in the prestigious journal Age and Aging followed older adults at risk of cognitive decline. The results were stunning. Those who ate 3 to 7 servings of nuts per week experienced significantly slower declines in their global cognitive function compared to those who rarely ate nuts. And the researchers found a potential reason why. The nut eaters had a more diverse and healthy gut microbiome, our second brain. They had more of the specific bacteria that produced beneficial compounds linked to better brain health. Let's think about Frank, 80. A retired engineer who prides himself on a sharp mind. He was starting to worry about losing his edge. He made one simple change. Every day at 10 a.m., instead of the biscuit and tea he used to have, he now has a small handful of raw walnuts and almonds. He says his thinking feels clearer, and at his last checkup, his doctor was amazed that his blood sugar numbers were the best they'd been in a decade. The key here is portion control. A small handful, about 1/4 cup, is all you need. And always choose raw, unsalted nuts. The roasted versions are often cooked in unhealthy industrial seed oils and loaded with sodium. This simple handful of nuts is the single most powerful snack you can eat to stabilize your blood sugar, protect your heart, and actively nourish your brain for the years to come. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final, powerful bonus tip that you can apply to every meal every day. The rule is simple. Never eat a carbohydrate alone. If you are going to have a piece of fruit, like an apple, which is a healthy carbohydrate, always pair it with a source of protein or healthy fat. Slice up that apple and have it with a tablespoon of almond butter. If you're having a few whole grain crackers, have them with a slice of cheese or a few olives.